and I ran over 2,000 miles training for this one. At this point, I have no world records. This is the first one I'm going to try to break.
Buckle up, because it's a long list. I am joined with the record holder for farthest distance to catch a hot dog, longest time to balance a chainsaw on a chin, most lit candles in your mouth, most balloons inflated with your nose in under a minute, fastest time to hang 5 t-shirts, and over 250 more records, David, record breaker Rush.
Hey there, it's great to be on the show.
Is there any records that you've given up on, that you've tried, that are just too hard?
The first one I ever tried to break, and I spent 2 years working on it, was the fastest half-mile run while juggling. So 800-meter dash, the record was 2 minutes, 13 seconds. So that's equivalent to about a 4-minute, 26-second mile if you ran the same pace. And I ran over 2,000 miles training for this one. At this point, I have no world records. This is the first one I'm going to try to break. I ran over 2,000 miles, wind sprints, time trials. I ran until my legs burned and my lungs were on fire, and I kept running more. And at the end of that 2,000 miles, I went on one final run, and it hurt my knee. I couldn't run for literally a year and a half after that one. And so I've never broken that record. But, sometimes when you're pursuing a goal, you have to pivot from your original pursuit, because my goal was really to break a world record. It wasn't necessarily that specific one. And so that's one I've pretty much given up on, because I hurt my knee training for it. And the closest I ever got was 2 minute, 21 second half mile while juggling. And to get that last 8 seconds off would require probably another 5,000 miles of training.
Yeah, what's the longest time it's taken you to break a record?
So the longest duration juggling record was the longest record I've ever broken time-wise, and the longest from when I applied to it till I actually broke it. Because the record was 12 hours, 5 minutes, longest duration juggling. This is continuous. There's no stops, there's no drops, there's no bathroom breaks. So you got to figure out the logistics of how am I going to go 12 hours and 5 minutes of juggling continuously.
God damn.
And I tried it for the first time 11 months ago. And I was about 3.5 hours into the attempt, and my wife called from the hospital. And our due date wasn't until 24 days later, but she's like, I'm not coming home until we have a baby. And I'm doing the math in my head. Can I wait another 9 hours before I go to the hospital? The answer is no, obviously. So I go to the hospital. We have a baby. I've got an 11-month-old now. Next time I try it, record again, 12 hours, 5 minutes. I'm 11 hours, 53 minutes in. 2 balls collide, record over.
Oh.
I was like, no! I screamed it. My wife's in the other room, and she's like, I'm not going in there. I'm just devastated. Take a deep breath. I'm like, this is going to make a good story. And I wanted to go after it right away, but I'd literally torn a muscle in my arm from 125,000 throws, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
A few months later, I go again. I'm 10 hours and 28 minutes in, and then there's a ball on the floor. And I'm just standing there like, why is there a ball on the floor? I literally don't know why there's a ball on the floor. And I watched the video back, couldn't figure it out. Watch it in slow motion, no idea. Watch it frame by frame analysis. There's a ball in my hand. It comes up and it comes back down, and I didn't let go of the ball. 125,000 throws, and I just forgot to throw the ball. Fourth try, I'm 11 hours in almost, and I'm just so nervous. My arms are shaking. I'm like, how am I going to do this? Am I going to break this record? I'm staring at the balls. I've got vertigo, because when you stare at those spinning discs with the spirals in them, you look at Ben Gogh's Starry Night, and everything looks all crazy and spinning around. That's what it's like for 11 hours for me, because I'm just watching the balls go back and forth, back and forth. So dizzy. I got vertigo. I'm staring at the balls. My eyes are watering. I'm dizzy. My neck's tight. My shoulders hurt. My arms are on fire. And then I finally broke the record, 12 hours, 5 minutes. And then I was able to relax a little bit, win another hour and 5 minutes. And I hold the record for longest duration juggling at 13 hours, 10 minutes.
God dang.